Oh. Aloy mak, huh? If you are in Thailand, you will see these are all over the place. 7-Eleven, convenience store, grocery store. Super good. And legal for the most part. So, okay, Sawadika Pom Gabriel, Wani, Jama, Pud, Ruang Ahan, Healthy. I think I said that right. My Thai is my pasta Thai ninoya. So today I'm going to be talking about some healthy food you can be eating. Again, I just got off the phone with two different clients that I worked with today, and both of them had the same question for me, which was they feel like they're working out a lot because of quarantine. They're stuck at home. They're doing a lot of good training, and they're really progressing and seeing results. But they're having a lot of issues with just food that they're keeping around the house. And yes, I sleep too late. This is a big problem for me. I'm not perfect, and I don't follow my advice all the time, but I'm working on it. But anyway, so they had the same questions on like what can they be eating to kind of just help support their overall immune system. And I did a video on this before, but I'm going to show you a few foods you can be having on pretty much a regular basis. Like these are foods that I'm personally eating almost every day that are just super good for overall immune function, helping keep inflammation low in the body, and then just foods that are going to kind of help energize you and kind of support whatever your health goals are. So again, these are things I try to eat pretty much on a daily basis. So the first one here we got is some dark chocolate. So if you're gonna eat this, a lot of chocolate is super high in sugar, which is gonna lower inflammation, it's gonna raise inflammation in the body, lower immunity. So what you want to do is look for chocolate that's at least 70% or higher. Ideally, I'll eat like 85%. This is just what I got today. But this is super good, not only as like a health food, but it's really high in magnesium, which a lot of people are deficient in. It's also high in iron, which is going to help. Has some pretty good copper, and it has a stimulant called theobromine, which is like caffeine, but you can eat this late at night, and it's not going to have that same jolt effect of coffee that keeps you up. So it's like a really good snack to have if you need some like creative energy later in the day. So this is one that I try to eat pretty much every day. Again, I'm not going to eat like the full thing because this is a lot, but a few squares. Just something to keep in your pantry at home. I highly recommend that as a good food to have. The second one, this one is kind of weird. So these are shiitake mushrooms, which again, it looks kind of weird. I'm holding a bag of mushrooms, but these are going to be really good for your immune system as well. And I personally don't think people get enough mushrooms in their diet, and that's a big problem because again, a lot of our kind of health immune systems are pretty whacked out, and this is going to help lower inflammation in the body. There's some pretty interesting research on that, and it's also the only plant source that has vitamin D. So I made a video on vitamin D and how critical that is, and now if you look at research, that's strongly correlated with COVID-19. So people with lower vitamin D levels, that's not going to be a good thing for you. So you want to keep your vitamin D levels higher, and this is the only plant source of vitamin D. So I highly recommend you chopping these up, adding this in. Can be to a salad, can be to an omelet, something like that. But just trying to include these on a daily basis or weekly basis. That's gonna really help. Super helpful and pretty delicious, honestly. I just don't eat them raw because that'd be weird. Okay, third one. Again, this is easier to find in Thailand than some places, but this is going to be coconut water. So, yes, it's a bit high in sugar, so I don't recommend you like waking up and drinking this right away. But But this is like, you know, nature's sort of Gatorade. So you see a lot of sports drinks sold in 7-Eleven, and most of those are full of a lot of coloring and sugar and just crap. And this is going to be a really good source of electrolytes for your body. So just kind of energizing you, giving you proper nutrients you need to function. But it's also high in potassium. So a lot of people have this balance of too much. Oh, my sister. What's up, Emily? They have this balance of, you know, too much sodium and too little potassium. And I also made a video on this before, but this is just going to help raise that level of potassium in the body, so it evens out that ratio, which is super critical for overall health too. So again, I recommend drinking this. You know, ideally it's like after a workout. This is like a perfect recovery drink. And so yeah, so this would be one to include as well. My sister's saying some funny stuff there. Okay, so we have dark chocolate, shiitake mushrooms, coconut water. Fourth one, I also made a video on before, but this is going to be some sort of garlic or onions. Ideally it's garlic, but something that you can cook with pretty easily. Again, a lot of antiviral properties. A lot of studies showing that, you know, eating this is going to help basically lower a lot of like bad biomarkers of inflammation in the body. So just one that is super easy to chop up, include in your daily diet. You know, again, you can add it in with the mushrooms, but it's going to be super easy to just add, and again, really good for health, good for whatever your health goals are. So I highly recommend this one as a fourth option of something to be eating almost every single day. And then the last one, someone asked me about this earlier too. This is another drink. I guess you could technically eat it, but that's going to be some ginger type of drink. So obviously I have a Thai brand here. There are many kinds that you can find, but the key for this is you want to look for one with no sugar also. So, you know, you can add some honey or something to sweeten it a little bit, but some of the ones that you see in like a grocery store, like I was in Big C, and you know, they add like 20% sugar. So ideally you're not doing that. She said, can I eat chocolate? If you watch my video, the first thing I talk about is chocolate. This is one of the healthiest foods you can be eating. If you're on a diet or whatever your goals are, dark chocolate, again, I can go back and talk about this again. But this is probably one of the best foods you can include in your diet. But again, going back to ginger, if you have stomach problems, if you have digestive issues, I used to struggle with this a lot. Like I would eat food and I would get super bloated, and then I went to the doctor and they gave me some anti-acid pills or something, and that usually worsens for me that made everything worse for me. So so what I did was basically threw those away. I kind of went back to looking at, okay, what's helping me with my digestive system. And again, ginger, if you look at the research, one of the best things you can include, not only just for stomach digestive health, but going back to keeping inflammation low in the body. That's really the goal with a lot of this stuff. So again, super easy to use. What I'll usually do is I'll just like take one of these, I think in this is like a little sachet. So I'll take one of these. It's like, you know, super easy. Just mix it with some hot water, maybe add a little bit of milk and honey, something like that. Stir it up, and that's like a good drink that I'll have, you know, pretty much every night. So this is the fifth one. So just to review, if you're watching, we have dark chocolate, number 1. Shiitake mushrooms, number 2. This one's kind of out of left field. Coconut water, number 3. Some sort of garlic and onion mix, but ideally garlic, number 4. And then ginger, number 5. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's 5 things to include every day, or almost every day if you can. I highly recommend those just for overall health, immunity, and energy too. Try it out, let me know how it goes, and catch you in the next video. Thank you, Kabum Kab. Talk to you soon.